You're going to get to know me. I love to goof off, but I love achieving, and I'm definitely an achiever, Matt. And so where does it start? When I was a young kid, you have an ideology in your mind of what the world's supposed to be like, of what your family is supposed to look and feel like. And then you look around and you're judging and gauging and you're trying to find who you are.
Yeah.
And what I learned was that, man, my life wasn't what it was supposed to be, right? Or what I thought it was supposed to be. And it was riddled with challenges and all these hardships and things that I had to learn to overcome. And one thing that I learned and that has contributed to my overachievingness was I felt like I was sometimes a little bit out of control in some of those areas. And so what I knew I could do was I could control my effort. And so that's where I developed a lot of my drive in athletics, drive in whatever it was that I could do to maybe be the best, but really internally compete with myself and do better and continue to progress. And I think I developed that at a young age. And I know I said my name is Jared Bruce Larson and I do hard things. That's a motto my family's adopted. And we all say that. We say our full names. And it's a story from my son, Ryder. Do you want me to share that, Matt?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Give me the Ryder stories. These are my favorites.
Okay, this is cool. Ryder Bruce Larson is my son. We call him Ryder Boy. He was 2 years old. It was his birthday, and we're sitting there watching the Tour de France. I'm a cyclist. I love cycling, and I'm like, look at this. This is Chris Froome. He's doing this attack. That means nothing to you guys. And it meant nothing to my son either.
Yeah.
But he looks up and he's like, Daddy, I do it. And he wanted this. He wanted to ride a bike. I'm like, no way. My son's a cyclist too. And I yell across the room. I'm like, babe, we're going to the bike store. He wants a bike. And I'm just going to kind of cut to the chase. We go to the bike store and there's this bike out front. We decide to buy it. And I made a mistake, or I guess maybe not a mistake. Maybe it was fortuitous. And I said, I want the training wheels taken off. My wife was not happy with that, but I felt strongly we didn't need the training wheels on the bike. And so the compromise between me and my wife was we'll get him this really nice astronaut-sized helmet and put it on his head. And so we get in the car, and my wife was nervously, sitting there, maybe frustratedly looking at me, and my son's in the back to make it worse, yelling, "Bike, bike, bike!"
Yeah.
He's just so excited. And we get him home, and there was a little handle right under his seat, and we strapped this astronaut helmet on his head, and I grab it. We're at the top of my driveway that was gently sloping, and I just said a prayer in my heart, and I let go. And he took 3 or 4 pedal strokes, and he hit the cement pretty hard. And before he almost could hit the ground, I was there. Hey, it's okay, buddy. You're all right.
Yeah.
Like, let's go. Let's do this again. And number 2, I sent him off, and whack, he hits the cement again, 3 or 4 pedal strokes in. Well, this happens 4 times, and on the 4th time, I am like praying heavy that he will just make it. Like, I do not want to be sleeping in the doghouse for that long. My wife's watching out of the corner of her eyes, and I send him down this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pedal strokes, 6, 7, 8. He's at the bottom of the driveway. And just as he gets to the bottom of the driveway, he turns his handlebars, and he goes straight over the edge of his handlebars where he impacts his chin right on the cement.
Oh, geez. Mom loves that.
Oh, Mom was not happy. We both go rushing down there. And what happened next was such a valuable lesson to me. Before we could even get down there, he stood up and he brushed off his legs. And he looks at me and my wife and he says, "My name's Ryder Bruce Larson, and I do hard things." And he got back on his bike and he just rode. And that's an affirmation we've said with him since my wife was pregnant every single day. And, it's so interesting as the things that we tell ourselves, we start believing those. And I do believe I can do hard things. And interestingly enough, the greatest teacher in my life has been my son in that moment when he said, "I do hard things."
Well, it's funny when you tell that story. I've heard that story. It's been becoming a part of my life. And I've had some major, moments where I knew I was jumping into a difficult meeting, a huge opportunity, a family thing, a physical thing, whatever it does. And his words echo in my head now. And I'm like, I can do hard things. Like, so it's not only a testament to you, and you rub that off on everyone else. I feel like people who know you feel like, because I'm with Jared, I can do hard things too now. So I love that.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So then tell me more. So you have this part of you, and then what? Where are you from? Walk me through kind of where you went to school, and then get me to the point of working Jared.